Okay, so the project today is a leaking sunroof. So we're gonna have to take apart some stuff to get to it. So to start with, take this piece off. It just pulls straight out. You're gonna expose some screws so you can remove the headrest if you've got the third row seating. And then you need to remove this part. Remove, boom, boom, these. And this whole thing will come off. We've got another one back over here, behind here. And it'll come off, and then you can remove the sunroof. Then the top will come down. So this time it's the rear sunroof. So I was getting leaking from the rear sunroof. So I took off the headliner. You can see where it's been leaking right there. And I taped up this sunroof. Then I untaped it, used some water, waited overnight. And now I found where it is. There's a connection right there. The water's leaking there and there. So it's in the tray. So what I think is happening is, because this Discovery is parked on an incline, the tubes, the drain tubes are fine, but because it's parked on an incline, the water comes to the back and then finds a place to get out. So I'm gonna take the glass out, then use some silicone and try to seal it all up. I wish they would have some tubes right here, but they didn't do that. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. Probably couldn't because of the Alpine windows. That's probably, maybe the reason why. I don't know. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out the motor, and then a series of screws just like the front one, and the glass will pop out. The tray will remain, and then I'll clean it out and put the silicone in. Well, we've got our issue. Where the sunshade clicks in, there's actually holes. So water, once it builds up over this amount, we'll just let the water come out. So if you park on an incline for long enough, it's always going to leak. So I'm going to put a bunch of silicone in there, and it doesn't look like, if I would have known how to do this, I would have probably found those holes. I could have probably just put silicone in on the bottom side. Anyway, but if you see right there, you see my finger? Yeah, that's it. So once the water gets above that height, it's going to leak out there. All right, so I've got everything cleaned up. Time to put silicone. I'm going to put a big old bead on the top. I'm going to put also one at every screw, and then I'm going to put a bead right here on the inside. It's probably overkill, but if anything, it's not going to hurt anything. And not a huge bead, might avoid some rattling. So let's do it. All right, so I got the 14 Torx screws. They're all 20 millimeter size 20 Torx screws. Got them all in. So now I just got to put the sunroof motor back up. All right, I got the sunroof motor installed. So probably should try out the sunroof, make sure it works before putting the headliner back up. All right, sunroof works. So we're gonna put the headliner back up. The trickiest part about this is that one spot where there's one screw, Phillips head screw, that comes up right at that little thing that's popping up, and it's right behind the sunroof switch. So you have to get your hand back, you have to take off the light and then put your hand back there and dislodge the sunroof switch, and it'll expose that one screw, and then that screw holds kind of half the whole thing up on this one end. Got that one screw in the middle up and the two handles on each side. It's pretty good. I haven't inserted the switch yet. I just want to make sure the orientation's right before I put it in there. That'll be easy. Just slide it in. If you notice that other slot that's open, there's really no reason to take that down if you're taking the headliner off. It's just to get access to the window if you need to use that 4mm crank to set the position. But other than that, you can't take the motor down with just that access. There's really no reason to take that down. I didn't know that at the time.